Hey guys, and welcome to episode 9 of Serganan's Feed the Beast Let's Play 1.5. I wanted to clarify something. If you see how it's kind of bluish on part of the screen, that's the beacon. So if you see that every now and then, it's just because I put a beacon up, and they have lines that come down, um, rays of light. Okay, so this episode, I'd like to beef up our AE system. Now this does mean that we're going to be using even more power, and I actually wanted to check on our power system. Yeah, that's what I thought. We're actually losing power. It's taking a while, but we're losing it. And it's because we're using so much, and we're just going to use even more when I start beefing it up. Um, I'm not sure how this is going to work. Well, let's go ahead and sort out the power before we actually do the AE system. So let me come up with a good idea of what I'd like to do for power, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys. Yeah, we're definitely having a power problem. I've seen this just constantly go down. I mean, you can sit here and watch it, and it's just losing power. Not very fast, but it's still losing power. So what I came up with is a short-term plan for power generation. We're gonna put it back there. But it'll turn into a long-term goal, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So what I want to do is I want to make a rolling machine. Okay. So I'm gonna need a couple of pistons. So let's go ahead and about sure. That way I don't have to worry about it later. And I know these are easy recipes, but the nice thing is with shift click, I have a rolling machine. Um, this doesn't require power, so we can put it right here. I don't believe... Oh, it does require power. So let's go ahead and... One more thing to the power. No redstone energy conduit. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick this up. And put down the rolling machine. We don't really need the thermionic fabricator right now. And if it seems like I'm doing weird things, it's because I just changed my configs around for my buttons. So what we want, but it really helps with the movement. And you'll see that in probably later episodes. We're gonna want a few. Let's see. That should be okay to start. And turn it on here. Okay. So that should start. Let me go pick up that brick. Ah, that's what I'm talking about with the configs. Or my keys that I just changed. I'll get used to it, it's just gonna take a minute. Okay, so 12. Let's go ahead and do the last one here. Okay. And what I want is a boiler. And I want a low pressure boiler because those are made with iron. So what I think we can do is a 2 by 2 2x2, and then we'll do 2x2 with the solid fuel box. And we should have. I don't know if we have blaze powder. We're have to see about that. So 2x2x2 should be 4, I believe. Am I right? Or no, probably 8. 2x2, yeah, by 2. That's 8. So I need 8 of them, which means I need 16 steel plates. Or, sorry, iron plates. And that's what I have. So now we have 8 of those. Let's see if we can make... let's try that again. Liquid, solid, and we can. So 3, and we need... Do we have bricks? Let's see. No, we don't have bricks, but we should have clay. And we have 10. That'll... While it's not a whole lot to have extra, oops, it'll do. I'll give that a second here. I'm gonna put this away. Almost there. One more. Okay. Solid fuel. Okay, so we're gonna need... Actually, I'm gonna need a couple more of those. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go search for some clay. And I will stop trying to do that. And I will be back once I have clay and we're ready to put everything together. Okay guys, I think I have just about everything that I need to go ahead and get this project started here. What I want to do, I'm going to leave this right how it is for right now, is put down the solid fuel blocks, and then the boiler on top. And there we go. Creates one solid block. So what I need to do now is I actually need to get in there. Let's take that off here, take that off there. Okay. So we need to pipe water into here. Now once we do that, we won't need to... let me see... Okay, we're fine for right now, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. And I'll go ahead and collect these up. Okay. The reason that I wanted to turn those off is because I need to disconnect the water. So there's that one, and so what I need to do is just connect it directly to the tank here, wrench it over like so, and then that should start filling up the tank. We'll just give it a minute here. Now while that's filling, let's go ahead and go down here, and with our AE system, we need to find out where that tank is. And it would be along this this row here, I believe. Yep, I was just one off. Okay, and so we're not going to need this anymore because we're not going to be pumping ME items, or items rather, into our engines. Instead, we're going to pipe steam. Well, to make that steam, we're going to need to provide our fuel box here, our boiler, with fuel. So that's basically what we're doing, is we're just redirecting it so that instead of going into 3 engines, now it's going into 1 boiler. Let me go ahead and jump out of here and grab some wood. That's fine. And we'll tell you can take wood. So now wood will start piling up into here. And this will start heating up. And we'll get a lot of steam from it. And let me see if I can seal this up. Now the nice thing is this means the floor is going to get sealed up. Let's take these off. And I'm still getting used to that configuration here. And we want like that. And we need to wrench these so that they go out. Actually, no, I think steam flows freely, I believe. So let's check here. Now the bad side, or the downside, is we have to wait for this to get to 100. It takes a lot longer for this to start than it does for these engines. But like I said, we can just pump steam in instead of worrying about pumping in wood into all of these and water into all of them. They're actually produce, I believe they produce a little bit more energy when you pump steam directly into them. So I'm going to let this heat up, and as soon as we start pumping, I'll come back. Okay guys, I got it warmed up, and it's running our engines, as you can see. Now the nice thing is these engines now produce 2 Minecraft joules, whereas before they were only producing 1.6 when we were actually burning fuel here. Now the problem that I'm starting to have is the wood. Here, let me show you. This is perfect example while it's working. The current burning time, 37 ticks. That's for wood. Okay, or for 2 pieces of wood. To charcoal, it's 198. That's a big difference. 38, 198, huge difference. And you can get 1 wood or 1 charcoal from 1 wood. Coal, it's a good distance. It's about twice charcoal. However, we don't have a lot of coal, and that's what I'm using currently. And if I start using the wood, it just burns through it so quickly. I mean, I ran out of wood probably 30 seconds after I stopped the video, or stopped the recording. So what I've been doing is thinking of a way that we can solve that. We have lots of wood, and we know charcoal is better than wood by probably 8 times. So how can we get more charcoal? Well, Remember I'd set this up so that it pulverizes and auto smelts stuff for our system. Well, now I moved it so that this is the import here, and here's our ME interface that I put on top, and I told it one charcoal is crafted with one oak wood. Okay, so what I want to do is now we need to tell it the export here. I believe, or no, not the export there. The export here. We need to tell the export here because we needed to make a precision export because it has an interface. The other one only has just basically one box and you can put items in it. So we want to tell it is charcoal and move single items and craft. Right, so now it will craft charcoal by itself. Where's the way out of here? Okay, so it'll craft charcoal as long as it needs some. So if we pull out the wood here, now it needs some. So we should start seeing charcoal or wood end up in here, and it's putting made into charcoal, and that should be being pulled out. That's an export. Oh no. Um, Sorry about that. So now it should go ahead and create all the charcoal that it needs. And so we can pull out this coal. So now it's going to make the charcoal that it needs. It's going to conserve our wood, and that's going to run these engines. Now the nice thing is I'm producing enough steam, as you can see, at this point to where it's full. I mean, and I can run a lot more than these engines. And that's a small boiler. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make up another engine. And we'll see if we can produce more power. Because we're still going down. Right? We've made a dent, and now we have the capability of making a lot more. But we're still going down, so we need to sort that out. Hey guys, I feel like we've been cooped up a little bit lately. So I'm out here trying to find a desert. I need blaze rods, or blaze powder, so I can make magma cream. And I haven't had any luck in the nether finding any blazes. So what I figure is we can get blaze powder from those little flowers that grow in deserts. We just have to find a desert. So let's see. I know there's a desert somewhere. I'm probably just doing a circle around here. Let me head towards a waypoint so that way I know I'm going in one straight direction. That's one of the bad things about jungles is unless you can fly over it really quickly, if you're hopping around like this, you can easily get turned around. Although I didn't mean to swim across the ocean either. Okay, I will bring you back when we find a desert. Okay, guys. So I found a desert. I was actually on the other side of the swamp from where I was originally, and I'm finding the blaze powder from the flowers. So let's see, and of course, it's getting night. So let's see what we can gather up here. There's some more. And I'll just, since I don't want to take a durability hit, actually, since the sun's going down, it's actually easier to find them. They kind of glow. And I'm not really worried about any mobs. I mean, there's nothing that can really catch up to me at this point. This is the reason that I changed my my configs around, is because I'm actually using a Nostromo now, which I've had. I just normally used it for like RPG games and things like that. But I figured, since right now normally when I'm playing is Minecraft, then I'll go ahead and configure it and use it. So that's anybody that knows what or doesn't know what a Nostromo is. I'll edit in a picture of it, and you kind of understand why it would take some getting used to. Ooh, a village. So what do we have? 15 blaze powder. I think that'll be fine. So let's go ahead and hit up a couple more. And let's check out this village here real quick. Why are you guys not inside? Emerald for bread? No. Wheat for emerald. Oh, that would probably be pretty good. Oh, that's why you're not inside. What happened to your house? It's only half there. Can you guys not get into another house? Like, they're still considering this a house. Okay, let's see if we can find any live villagers that have a house. Or in a house, of course. Creepers. And creepers don't mess with villagers. These guys do. And let's go ahead and see what you... Pistons? No. Cooked fish for emeralds. Maybe. Ooh! Oh, this must be a Natura? Maybe? But this is definitely a Tinker's construct. I have never seen one of these just generated. This is really cool. You have all the Tinker tables. I wonder what... Look at this! A whole bunch of patterns. I already have the chisel head. I already have the shovel. Another shovel. Handguard, I don't think I have. Pan, I don't have. Sword blade, I do. Okay, looks like I have the rest. But these are really cool. Slime bindings? A cactus binding. That would be really cool. Pan flint. Obsidian board. You know what? I'm just gonna take all this. I'll figure out what they actually do, what they would actually be good for later. Let's see. Here's another one. Everybody wants pistons. This is really cool, though. Let's see. I don't have a board. full guard. I wonder if there's any tough ones. Right, any of the other ones I can make when I need. You know what? I can just make these if I need them. So where was home? Home is that direction. So I think we have enough. So we'll go ahead and head home. And what we can do, luckily that was just oil, not like poison. What we can do is we're going to make a blast furnace. What I'd like to do is I'd like to get some steel. And the reason is because if we're going to make steam power, we have a couple different engines. Right now we're using the hobbyist steam engines, and while they still work with steam pumped into them, they're not the most efficient, right? They're not going to use as much steam as as I'm producing, and nowhere near it. So what I was thinking is there's 2 more levels that we could possibly do, and here we go. And those are, let me just pull up the engines here. There's the commercial and then the industrial. Go ahead, click somewhere. The commercial is made with iron, right? And we could make that now. The problem is the industrial, they're made with steel, but they produce, they're much more efficient. So if we're going to replace the commercial, why make the commercial now when we have the materials where we could start making steel? So I'm just going to put all this away, and I'll be back when I'm ready to put a blast furnace together. Okay guys, looks like we're just about ready. I've been cooking up some netherrack, like I said, because I haven't found blazes. I also have not found the nether brick fortress. But we can cook up netherrack and get nether brick. And then when I throw those in there, I can tell it that I want to create nether brick like that. And I can grab a couple of those, throw them in there, and then bam. And that's it. 32. I think I need 34. Whoops. And 36. But we can't just make 2. Let's see where we want to put this. Right now, let's go ahead and just put it right here. Okay, so now we just need to throw this back. And the way that you do it is it's 3 by 4, 3 by 3, 3 by 3 by 4. Okay, but the hollow is center. Or I'm sorry, the center is hollow. So what we want to do is bam. So now we have a blast furnace. So what you put in a blast furnace is something to cook, some fuel, right? Let me tell it to go ahead and craft 64 charcoal, and we'll see what we get here. for right now, I'm just going to grab half a stack of coal, and we need to cook some iron. I don't think that's going to get me a lot of steel with this amount of coal, but we'll find out. Iron. Oh, it's not going to let me use coal. Will it let me use charcoal? Probably not. If it won't let me use coal, then it probably won't let me use charcoal. Oh, it does. Okay, so I'm going to get up some more charcoal. Oh, we'll just grab it from right here. Okay, so that's pleasant surprise. So I'll go ahead and let this cook up. We'll get some steel. I'll go ahead and make the uh, one of the engines here, and I think what we'll do is we'll call it here for this episode. I will go ahead and clean this up a little bit between and when we come back, we should be producing a lot more power, and we'll see what we can do with the AE system. And with that, I will see you guys later.